Hi, this is our video number 2. It is April 26th. I'm here with Nessie again. Say hi, Nessie.
Hi.
And we've done a lot of updates with our garden. And we're going to show you exactly what we've done and exactly where we are. We've actually had to transplant 2 tomatoes into the units because they were getting so big. And now they're starting to get a lot bigger. So let's show everybody what we've done as far as upgrades and show them all the plants that we have in our indoor garden now, huh? Alright, so let's show everybody what we've got.
Battery.
As you can see, the pump that I had, I actually used a bigger basin because the water was getting too warm. So if you use a bigger basin, more water around the pump cools it down a lot more. I was up on over 90 degrees, and before, when I was saying about 90 degrees, it was getting way too warm and I didn't want to injure the roots. Water temperature now stays probably about 70 degrees, 75 at the most. I did cut back on the pump time. I'm running a half an hour every hour until midnight, to where when the lamp clicks off it will kick on 2 more times overnight for a half an hour and then kick back into its regular cycle at 6 a.m. I did, if you can see, I added a tent around the entire unit. What I used is a kind of like a reflective material on the inside, and it's more like a curtain on the outside, so it kind of looks somewhat decent as far as being in my dining room, other than being reflective on both sides or a canvas or whatever. I wanted something that made it look more of a curtain than anything. This is actually considered to be silver pleather, and it actually reflects fairly nice. 2 of the plants that I've actually have, you can see inside the hydroton is 2 tomato plants. I'll pick one of them up and I'm going to show you in a moment, because one of them has actually started to root fairly well. What I have here is just a bunch of flowers, some petunias, some dahlias, zinnias, and a bunch more tomatoes. A tomato plant that I bought just as it is. I just wanted to do a little experiment to show as far as if I can catch the hydroponic ones up with the soil ones using the exact same light. And again, we got some violets and are giving us to us for Easter, and I still have my strawberries over there. As you can see, the pump just kicked on, so we'll let them feed. Actually, I'll shut it off because I do want to show you some of the roots off the one plant that has already gone through. I put these in the hydroton 5 days ago, and if you can get some of an idea, these 2 plants right here are the exact same age as all 8 and all 4 of those plants right there. So hydroponics, or aeroponics, does work. It does, between the nutrients always being added to the roots, it makes them grow anywhere from 2 to 3 times faster than a soil-based unit. Let me open up this curtain. I can show you with the light. Okay, I did add a hood in here. Just give a quick peek under there because it's going to be bright. And right now what I'm running on this system is I am running 400 watts in a metal halide, and I'm running 18 hours a day. It will be 18 hours a day probably for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I don't want to go too far over 4 weeks, but I want to get those tomatoes up to about 8 inches tall before I try to force flower them. Right now this is where I'm at. Again, this is 5 days after transplant. These were started as seeds around about the, I don't know, 10th, I believe, of April. It's the 26th of April right now, so we're 16 days in, we're 2 weeks in. And let me go ahead and shut this pump off just for a moment. I do have everything on timers, so I can, oh, actually no, I can't, because that one's not an on-off timer. But I will quickly pick this up, and if you can see underneath, I've already got roots dangling. That one's doing exceptionally well. And you'll notice in probably another week when I do another video, the root system on those tomato plants will be 4 times as many and just dangling in a group. Hoping also that you'll see a significant size. A lot of aeroponic units, hydroponic units, in 1 week's time will grow those tomato plants between 4 and 6 inches. So right now, if I took a quick measurement, a handy dandy tape measure, you can see that they're just about 1.5 inches. So this is April 26th. I have the largest tomato plant in my unit is 1.5 inches. I would say the other one is probably only 1 inch tall, and I will document another week from now, and we'll see exactly where they're at and how tall they are, and I'll even show you what the roots look like 1 week from transplant. Again, these were transplanted in from the cubes 5 days ago. 5 days ago. Again, they were still probably at about the same size as these plants right here. They haven't taken off too much, but they are still growing well. But these are doing exceptionally better. So I will check back in 1 week, and I will show you exactly what our plants are doing, and show you exactly what, or if any modifications I do again to the system. Sayonara.